Got some work to do. It's been a long time since I reacted to Wayne. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. And I guess it's really been that long because the whole set is different. What happened to the blue wall, bro? I ain't gonna lie to you. This, first of all, the hoodie. That hoodie is crazy. It looks like a thick vintage hoodie with a zip up. It might be full zip, quarter zip. I don't know. My heart is saying full zip. But either way, that hoodie looks amazing. See, that's why you know I need to go to New York to just get some clothes. Cause like, hey Nat, thank you for your donation to the channel. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Nat, no doubt. Let me go ahead and like that real quick. Let me go ahead and like that because you didn't have to do that at all. But regardless of the fact, I ain't gonna lie to you. Super chats, I know y'all are saying accept y'all blessings. I understand that, and that message is real well received. But you gotta see from my perspective. I'm not used to seeing that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm used to seeing the subscribers pop up, you know. But I'm not used to just seeing the super chat. The super chat I'm looking at the super chat like, wait, that's for me. But regardless, we appreciate you, Nat. We appreciate you. But look, y'all know I like to chat too much. We need to get into some things. Anyway, let's go ahead and start with our intro. All right, let's go. Yo, right here. Right here in the small box. Right here in the small box. Welcome back to Single Seater Reactions, only on the Flex My Network. I'm Flex. Welcome back to the channel. Anyway, like I said before, it's been a while since I reacted to Wayno, but we're at a great time to react to him again. It's been a long time. I left, but I'm back. You know what I'm saying? I'm right here. You know, we got to talk about this Baka news. There's some more channels I want to check out with this whole Baka news. So we got a lot of work to do, and we got a lot of time to do it. Well, not too much time. We got about 2 hours and 15 minutes. Either way, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think about the video. Drop a comment down below. Shout out to the live. Appreciate you guys for stopping by. Shout out to Nat for your donation. I appreciate you. Make sure you hit that notification bell, y'all. Make sure you hit that notification bell, bro. It's going to let you know when I upload my videos. Alright? Because, yo, I be uploading and I'm looking. I'm like, yo, I was saying some gems in this one, but ain't nobody tapped in for real. But, hey, it's what it is. I'm just letting y'all know. Hit that bell for real. You never know what you're going to get from me. It's like a mixed background here. But regardless of the fact, what's good, TW? Appreciate you for stopping by. I saw you in Curtis King's chat, bro. I was going to say what up, but I had a feeling. God put a thought in my head. He said, TW going to stop by today. And look at him. Look at God. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let me stop being foolish. Let's go ahead and get to this video. Y'all know I talk too much. I'm a yapper for real. You know what I'm saying? Jesus.
What's poppin', y'all? Welcome back to I Do It Myself. I know y'all probably wondering why is Wayno not sitting at his blue background? Did he get kicked out of his situation? No. I got my own studio. I do this myself. With the exception, let me not say I do this myself. I have a team, but I do it myself is the mindset of taking over when it's something that you want to do. Following your own path, and that's what I did. So I built this new set. I hope y'all enjoy it. I wanted to change the tone and the atmosphere when I speak. So that's why we got a, you know, darker background. We got the Harlem influence. You know what I'm saying, I used to live on that stop. I'm not from that area. I'm from the east side, excuse me. I was about to say the west side. I lived on the west side for some years, but I'm from the east side. But I lived on that stop.
This girl said Baka's blood clot. That's crazy. Hey, that's what's up, TW. You know the vibe. And I see you, Tiny. I see what you're trying to say. I'm slowly getting used to it, but god damn, bro.
Specifically for about a good 13 years. All right, today we talking about Baka Not Nice. So Baka was doing interview, and when he did this interview, he was talking about how he felt regarding Kendrick, mentioning him on Not Like Us. I think it's ridiculous what he said.
For real, TW.
I'm gonna tell y'all why. It's regarding hip hop, and I think that the conversation it now separates regions. It segregates regions, and I'm gonna tell you, you know, for reasons why. And it's not that we disrespect Canada or none of that, because I had.
Yo, TW. I ain't gonna lie to you. Flex Mob sounds kind of nice. I've been trying to figure out what can I name y'all. I've been trying to figure out what can I name the community. I ain't gonna hold you. Flex Mob is. That's kind of fire. That's what I'm saying. It got a little ring to it. You know what I'm saying? It got a little ring to it. I gotta brainstorm it a little bit, but it got a little ring to it for real. I like that. I
had a good time in Canada. I love Canada. I had a good time out there. Met a lot of great people out there. Got stopped in the streets while I was out there. Got shown a lot of love a couple of years ago. But it's showing culturally how different we are from his response. Let's watch that, and then we'll get back into it.
Initial thing was to respond. And
why does this man look like he's missing a barbecue plate? Like someone gonna give him like a couple pieces of chicken with some mac and cheese, a little bit of mashed potatoes, with a little greens, you know what I'm saying, a piece of cornbread on the side. He literally sitting like he has a barbecue plate on his lap, and he trying to just kick back with the fellas. You know what I'm saying? Nah, it sound good for real. I ain't gonna lie to you. You're Flex from the Flex Your Mind Network. That's who you've been in my mind since I first stumbled upon your channel. I didn't think it was something else. Hey, that's what's up. It's valid. Tiny is valid, you know? Damn, bro, this camera. I turned the focus off and it just keep playing with me for real. But we gonna figure this out. Don't worry. Let's keep going, though.
And respond quickly. Yeah. Very efficiently and very to the point.
Very directly.
Yeah, and you know, but like it was like it started brewing in me because where I come from, like that shit doesn't happen. Like you can't just call out a man and.
I had to think about that because I don't think I really touched on that part when I was talking about it on live because, my guy, I don't think where you come from really matters if you want to bring in paperwork. You can be wherever you want to be and it's going to apply. That's paperwork has nothing. How is that culture? Where you're from is supposed to represent the kind of culture you've been around. Showing paperwork, that's what are you talking about, my guy? Bro, like that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, where is it that you come from where mans come in? Mans come and say, yo, hey, nah, hold on. Yo, look. Yo, listen, I got the receipts. I got the receipts right here. Look. Page 1. Hold on a sec. Page 1 right here. Hold on. I got page 3. Yeah, page 3. Look. Hold on. You see right here? Hey, nah, we don't do that. We don't do that. Come on now. The hell you talking about? You don't play with me. I got receipts, my boy. You don't play that shit with me. You know what I'm saying? What you talking about? Shit. Let me put this back in my file cabinet. Fuck out of here. The hell you talking about, nigga? Oh, we got paperwork and receipts. Man, you better shut the hell up.
Not have paperwork to back up your talks. Like that is ludicrous. And then like to see like a whole nation behind it and celebrating it like it's a true story is unbelievable.
Yo, Big Dog, you're a Google search away. Shut up.
Because you know everybody has to understand. Like I have a kid. Drake has a kid. You know what I mean? So like making accusations like that are like ridiculous and out of this world. You know what I'm saying? So. But, like, what I was going to tell you is this. Like, I was building up a lot of anger and stuff like that. But then I got a call. And I don't know why I got this call. It's like...
Listen, man.
Listen. Mobsters.
Baka talking from the perspective of being a jail dude. I'm going to just call it that because I grew up around jail people. A lot of my friends is in prison. A lot of my friends come home from prison yearly or go in and do... He's talking about... Yo, you can't say nothing about somebody and unless you got paperwork and proof. Bro, it's a diss record. It's just a diss record. Y'all gotta relax. And this is why I said it kind of segregates us as regions because we all know that everybody all over the world enjoys battle rap. I've seen videos of people that look like Philippines battle rapping. You know what I mean? This is my...
Hey, they be battle rapping in India, bro. Them Indians be battle rapping out there for real. Yo. Little tidbit for y'all, to keep in the back of y'all head. The same crumping that they do in California is also the same crumping that they do out in India too. I have 2 teachers in Toronto that I trained under, Rex and Knives. They fly around the world to teach crump and enter battles and have workshops around the world. They went to India not too long ago. They went to Kazakhstan not too long ago. People are crumping all over the world. I just want to throw that out there. I feel like it's not really a part of this kind of conversation, but like just hearing what I heard, I'm just like, it kind of resonated in me. I just wanted to share. But just to throw that out there, just like, keep it in the back of your heads.
Area, and I'm afraid to, because you might be full of bacteria. Y'all remember that
Absolutely
video?
Not.
Y'all probably seen it before. But
I'm telling you, Dora, it makes no sense.
Is a keen and fine example of
TW. Just when it comes to Toronto, it's just a bunch of nobodies, bro. I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. It's just a bunch of nobodies trying to make their name for themselves. Like, remember what I was explaining yesterday, where you have all these different groups of different individuals trying to do their own thing separately? That platform's one of them. Ain't nobody want to come together to do nothing for real.
Of why Not Like Us becomes more of a movement as opposed to just a song. So Baka got a weird case. Why is he around? Certified lover boys, certified pedophiles, right? Like,
bro,
now,
PDFs, come on, bro.
When this battle is going on, nobody is looking for anybody to chill. Everybody's looking for the most disrespectful stuff that could possibly be said, is because that's what battling is. Go to 8 Mile.
Yup.
Go to Kool Mo D. Go to LL Cool J.
Yup.
Go to Beanie Siegel and Jadakiss. Go to DMX, you know what I mean, and K Solo. Go to T.I. and Little Flip. You know what I'm saying? Go through history. Just go through history. Roxanne Shante and MC Shan. Like, go through history. And you'll find that battling has always been about disrespecting your opponent. Now, has that led to, like Charlie Murphy said, a duel? You know what I mean? They gonna have a duel after that. Like, has it led to that? Sometimes, yeah. Like, let's not get it twisted. Sometimes it has led to people having hands, feet, elbows put on them. You know what I mean? Stab shot and karate chop. It's led to a lot of different things. But in this case, I don't think anybody was looking at stuff like that. Like, I'm just being honest, man. Like, the perception that Toronto has now is goons everywhere. It's gangsters everywhere. Not going to dispute that.
Toronto ain't got no real goons.
But y'all was antagonizing the situation. Let's not forget. Let's not forget this video right here.
Kendrick, when you gonna respond? We're waiting. K-Dot, we're waiting. When you gonna respond? K-Dot, are you scared?
Add that to the court files, dumbass.
The drizzy, K-Dot.
Exactly, right? Like, let's not forget the trolling, the antagonizing, the drop. If you want to blame anybody for how you felt, you should have blamed that man. Because nobody wanted to hear you respond to Kendrick.
Nope.
I wouldn't care who wrote it. I wouldn't care who said it. There was one point in time where Baka looked like, I ain't going to say promising artist, because one thing when it comes to OVO, I always used to say, like, Drake is a great artist, and he's a great writer, right? When he does records for other people. But as far as being a CEO, we haven't really seen OVO materialize as a record label. As a brand, absolutely. I mean, I also got reservations about them nasty ass Timbs that they did. I really mess with all of the Jordans, man. I feel like the Jordans, they did them dirty with the Jordan deal. They should have put a lot of the heat that they made for friends and family out, because all the friends and family I got is sold it. But that's a whole nother conversation I can have on Out the Box. But when it comes to
Bro,
the situation, it's like, bro, your
really
man was in a battle. He put himself out there. He put you. He make you front line or say that you the one and all of that. So yeah, a dart gonna get thrown. Think about the time when Styles P said free. You a itch too. Want to run with your man, talk greasy, you getting hit too. You feel me? Or Or when Beanie Siegel went at Nas because of Jay. Let's take a journey through your life a bit. You know what I'm saying? That was a song off of Diddy's album that Beans and Nas was on. But let's take a journey through your life a bit. Forever switching up your jury because you keep getting robbed. Look Nas in his eyes before I send him to God. Beanie Siegel does it even realest alive, right? Back to J-A-D-A, thinking a kiss no matter how look at it, still think of a itch. So it's like it's always been disrespect, but the disrespect in back in the days was taken more serious because we seen the artist was just a little bit more serious when it came to the streets. Now, just keeping it a thou wow. Y'all don't present yourselves as such. Now, that don't mean that y'all don't get busy, but we wasn't looking for nobody to get busy in the streets. I'll say that from a fan's perspective. We was looking to hear bars. We was looking to hear disrespect. We was looking to hear what it ended up with the T, right? Like the ladies say, the T. It ended up with T. But there's another part of this that Baka talks about, you know, more about how he feels. Let's watch that as well.
Or something, but the boy, sorry, it might not have been a call, it might have been a text message, but he messaged me, and he's like, yo, I know what you're feeling, I know you as an individual, and I know how you get down, but I'm just letting you know, like, don't listen to the noise, because it's noise. And if you go back and look at all these people that are saying things or having anything to say, they're not even actual real people, they're like bots. Exactly. So, like, don't...
Boy, I was in a live chat just now with over 2,000 people making fun of you at one point. I'm guessing you're going to call them all bots? Man. Like I said yesterday, this is the worst time for him to even speak about anything. Because now your name is in question again at the great time that this whole UMG thing is going on. And regardless of how we want to put it, the court of law sometimes get influenced by the court of public opinion. Now, you know, when the judge is sitting there, they say, do not look on social media, do not rely on social media to come to an ultimate answer when y'all want to make a guilty verdict, to decide if someone's either guilty or not guilty. But the reality is, no matter how hard they're going to run from it, it's always going to be right there. No matter what. So, just keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind still. Sorry, just sending a link out to a friend. Boy, I'm in shambles today. Hold on. I am in shambles today. Let's keep going.
Let that shit bother you, bro.
Facts.
Like, and you know what? Like, I mean, it's not a good thing, but they're calling your name. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you know, like, they're gonna get over this crap because they're gonna realize that it's crap, and then they're gonna go do their own research. And when you do your own research, you're gonna be like, wow, this guy made up a whole story about something that isn't even true, and it makes you look weird to me. I don't know.
It does.
But I want to say one thing to America, and
so Baka says, you know, one day people gonna do their own research, and then they're gonna look up, and then they're gonna see that, you know, it just makes him look stupid. Bro, it's only a diss record. Like stop it. It's only a diss record. Like, nobody don't hate you because we don't know you.
I just love how laid back he is. One thing about Wayno is that he's always going to be laid back and just sit back in his chair and give you a real, it's just not even just, it's just a real honest answer. You know? He's just going to look at you and be like, yo, bro, you're thinking too hard right now. Just look at what it is. It's just a diss record. And you getting your feelings hurt from a diss record. Did the diss record, like, pretty much dismantle y'all careers? Yeah. That's what happens when you mess with somebody you're not supposed to mess with. But, you know, y'all don't even like to listen to y'allselves for real, which is why y'all in the situation that y'all are in currently. You know what I'm saying? It's just gotten to a point where it's like, now we got to look at you funny. We have to look at you funny now. Because what are you really trying to tell us in this moment? You know what I'm saying? If we go look up them files and look up what happened, the girl ran. You know, the girl ran away. A lot of people say it might be out of fear, but I'm not born yet. I wasn't born yesterday. I was not born yesterday. That was a payment to go for moose, to disappear, to poof out like a thief in the night. You know? So it's not a surprise. It's really not a surprise at all. You know? So yeah, go ahead and keep speaking. But you do not have good history. And for you to mention Drake in this moment right now, boy, you don't have media training. Someone's going to have to say, you don't have media training to make these things happen for real, bro. You're looking foolish out here. You know? It's just gotten to a point where it's like, bro, we got to put you back in question again. You've been fine. Your name got mentioned. Nobody cared. Not a single person cared. Why did you get press? That is my question. Nobody give a damn about your name. You only got about 3-4 songs to your belt. If you got an album, congratulations. But brother, my brother in good Christ, ain't nobody was looking for you. And to say that you were gonna put out a record to do what? Let's be so for real right now. Sometimes these things really aggravate me to a point where I really gotta raise my voice. Because you thought you were that kind of guy that's gonna drop a record on Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us. Even better, to drop a record on Kendrick Lamar in general. You thought that was gonna do something. You thought that was gonna be a life-changing moment that I'm gonna drop. Boy, if you don't sit down and cross your legs, crisscross applesauce, man, cut this nonsense out. Bro, Baka looking like he don't even know how to give out a message. You know when you got them messaging birds? Like, you know, you got them birds back in the medieval days that got, like, send up them messages out and all that. Baka's the kind of dude that's going to drop the message while he flying to deliver it. And then when he get there, be like, where'd it go? Hey, where'd that little scroll he gave me? I just had it right here. Hold on a second. I'm just going to get it. Might be under my weight. No, it's not here. Bro, that's what you be, bro. Let's keep it a stack. Like, let's keep it a full stack right now. It's just, I had a feeling. See, the Lord was sending me a message saying Vina was going to stop by in the chat, and here she is today. Just like TW. What's good, Vina? How you doing? Oh, my goodness. But, yeah, he's like, yeah, Baka's the kind of dude that's going to drop the message. You know?
We don't even know Drake, personally. But, you know, he said, do your research, and let's look at some of the stuff that Baka has been alleged of, right? So it says, in 2014, Baka was arrested and charged with forcing a 22-year-old woman into prostitution and taking her.
Yo, TW, I'll do you one better. Real pimps only employ their 304s, bro. Real pimps don't mess with the work like that. Real professional pimps. I want to make that clear. Real professional pimps don't touch their work. They work. This man got the whole game flipped up.
Her money. In 2015, he pleaded guilty to assaulting a woman and an unrelated weapons charge. He was sentenced to 6 months, but since he had already spent 10 months in custody, he was not required to serve any additional time. The woman actually refused to testify, which led to the charges of forcing her into prostitution and human trafficking to be dropped. She was working as an escort and had an on and off relationship with Baka. She moved to Toronto by the time the trial was underway. All right, so look.
For real.
That's not the reason why it stuck. The reason why it stuck is because it sounded good, and it sounded funny, and it sounded disrespectful.
Okay, but wait, let's be honest, though. It's kind of a weird case, because what happened to the girl, bro? I understand you're Mr. Nonchalant, but yo, just follow us for a second, because like after everything you said, like we learned that the woman in question disappeared on us. So now we gotta kind of not the court can't really go into that, but now it's in our hands for us to just kind of investigate for a second, because there's definitely some possibilities in this moment right here, but there's only two that really stick out. One is that she might have just ran just to run, but that doesn't make sense. That makes no sense at all. Second is when you get paid, and you get paid in a large sum of money, maybe something that's like what, about 6 figures? People gonna listen. people gonna listen for real. You know? Pay someone $500,000 to disappear, and y'all gonna give them a place to live. Brother, you won't even be finding me for real. I'll be like a thief in the night. I'll be here, and the next time y'all see me, you're not gonna see me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's just how we see it. Now, of course, there's definitely some other possibilities. It's not gonna have a lot of weight to it, but you know, the possibilities are there. And I see what you're saying because you don't even want to entertain the possibilities because this case has already been done. But that kind of brings us back to our point that the case is weird. And now that we're looking at it again because of him speaking, the case looks weird. So, yo, bro, let's be so for real. The reason why it stick is because the case is actually weird for real. But yes, the rhyme scheme is good.
Baka got a weird case while I
The
say
Hidden
around.
Hills.
He put
Hey,
a
she could be
whole
there still.
plan together to make a record to dismantle y'all. To dismantle y'all. That's all it was about. It was about causing friction from within. Saying, have you ever thought OVO was working for me? You know what I'm saying? Even for the person who might have not been working for him at all. Y'all said y'all fed him information. So if the information was false on every single accord, why did it come out so strong? It's because...
I always forget about that. Y'all said y'all fed him information. So what are we doing? Yo. Bro. To this day, Drake fans are still leaning on that bar. Yo, they fed him information. Bro, your points don't add up, bro. It's at one point you're here saying, see, we fooled you with that one. See, we wanted you to believe that we were going to give out that kind of information to put some bad rep on our names. But when in reality, bro, those are lies, bro. Those are not true. What are we talking about? That video on stage with that 17-year-old, that's not even real, bro. That's AI. AI been around for so long, bro. You don't even know what's going on for real, bro. Bro, we played you so good, bro. Look at you. You're washed. Now you're out here telling lies. Wow. I can't believe it. Oh, the great Kendrick Lamar telling lies. My nigga, be so for real, bro. Be so for real. Y'all fully said y'all fed them information. Look at you running back. Y'all run it back so fast, bro. Y'all run that shit back so fast. Oh my goodness, bro. Out here moving like El Diablo. Like what? Y'all crazy, bro.
The music stuck. That's what it's about. End of the day, it's about if the music is going to stick, if this stuff is fire or not, if people going to like it, if they're going to indulge in it, they're going to dance to it, if they're going to repeat it. And then he's talking about bots, bro. Bots. Seriously, this is the biggest two generational talents. Whether you like and love, adore Kendrick, or whether you like, love, adore Drake, or you hate the both of them. This was a clash of the fan bases. This was a clash of the conversations. This is something that had been brewing for 10 years. It was like if we would have ever got the Kobe versus LeBron NBA Finals. It was that. It would have been that level of conversation and breakdowns and memes. And it would have been that level because it was that heightened because it's two generational talents going at it. That's all we really cared for. I think all this other stuff about, yo, you got to have, like, if you ain't, bro, don't nobody care if it's true or not. Charlemagne always says nobody cares about the truth when the lies are more entertaining. So, look, these charges that was brought up against Baka ended up getting thrown out. But even with them getting thrown out, just play it into the narrative of what you could look up and see on a person. If there's a video of somebody getting smacked up, right? And then the person that smacked them up lost their life after that. But the person who, you know, let's say the person who got smacked up never says they did it or had anything to do with it. Somebody that they're going to just run with, it ain't going to matter if that kid is no longer here. They're going to run with, yo, he got smacked up. That's going to be the most entertaining thing. So, yeah, it's salacious. That's what his rap stuff is nowadays. That's
Vina. Girl, you saying something. That makes me want to call one of my friends up. Because one of my friends, he's currently taking PR in college. He's currently taking PR. In my program, I went to college for advertising and marketing communications program. PR is more specific than marketing, but I did have a PR course while I was in college. We did study PR, and trust and believe me, the PR team don't exist, bro. The PR, I don't think, me personally, I think after Scorpion, the PR team disappeared. Because you can tell there was some sort of PR team with Drake. And you can tell when they disappeared. And that was around Scorpion. The one thing about PR teams in music specifically is they're going to try and market you so that everybody can enjoy you. You are the artist. You are the song creator. You might be a hit maker, but the point is that we need to make you in a way where everybody's going to be appreciative, have love for you, and have some admiration for you. That's the PR's team. Once Drake solidified himself after the sales of Scorpion, I know for a fact they disappeared. They disappeared for real. They left the hours, no cap. But after, like I said, after Scorpions, you can tell by the actions of how they moved afterwards. You know? Marketing is universal. It's always going to be there. But PR is a little bit more specific. And here's the thing. Because he was so successful, his face alone was the marketing. It was the marketing ploy. That was the brand. So they built him up to a point where it's like, you're pretty much a pop star. Because you got to remember, in PR and music, they don't want you to be they want you to be a rap star, but they're going to market you like a pop star. That's how you're crossing genres. That's how you're crossing different lanes, crossing music borders, and end up in other genres, even though you don't really have that kind of music in that genre. That's what the PR team is for. To make everybody know about your face. This man he hadn't had a marketing, no, he never had a PR team for so long. It's actually frightening. Hey, we got OT in the chat. What's good, brother? Be nice. Oh, Lord, we got Lexi here. Lexi, you be nice, girl. Girl, you be nice now. Come on. Lord have mercy. You got to be more careful with them dividends. I'm so dead. Eventually.
That's where it goes. Kendrick put together some really, really dope raps. Became hits. Drake, if Family Matters would have became a hit record, or if a portion of it was a hit record, we would not be having no conversations about you losing, about your kids, which of course,
hey,
you know, it's unfortunate that you know things could get so loud that they get to your kids now, but it is what it is. Y'all put yourselves out there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all put yourselves out there for consumption. And when it goes right, it's cool. But when it goes wrong, hey, listen, some things just don't go your way. You feel me? But one thing I'm never going to skip over is the fact that rappers, when they diss each other, have always said the most disrespectful things they could possibly say. This young man, I had commented on this on Double XL's IG page, and I had said, it's just a diss record, bro. And somebody said, oh, what about when you was with Beanie Siegel and them, and y'all was running around, and was you just telling him it was a diss record? See, what I'm not going to discount is how people feel. You can feel however you want when somebody say whatever they say, even if it's just them doing commentary, and you can't change how that said person you talk about reacts. They got the right to react to whatever it is you say. That's the name of the game when it comes to content creation, music, etc. If you say something and you think it's minimal, but I take it max, if I'm on the max, just be ready to deal with me. That's just how things go. So I'm not knocking that, but it's always been that. The thing about the battles when I was younger, wasn't the 90s, right? It was the early 2000s when I got music. But I was around Beanie Sigel when it was like full head on with him and the Locks, with him and D Block. And he was taking a lot on for things that was said towards Jay. He was frontlining, so was the Young Guns. Oskino and Sparks not really on that part. They was talking more so about Nas. I know O had a relationship with Kiss at the time, so that could have been weird for him, right? But we was more so thinking about...
Yo, y'all out here trying to make me laugh and shit, bro. You think I ain't noticed the comments, bro? Y'all out here trying to make me laugh for real, bro. Oh, my God. Let me back it up a little bit. I just need to make sure I take in what he's saying. Pause.
These, right? It was the early 2000s when I got music. But I was around Beanie Sigel when it was like full head on with him and the Locks, with him and D Block. And he was taking a lot on for things that was said towards Jay. He was frontlining, so was the Young Guns. Oskino and Sparks not really on that part. They was talking more so about Nas. I know O had a relationship with Kiss at the time, so that could have been weird for him, right? But we was more so thinking about losing our lives because the Locks had a reputation in the streets based on who was backing them, the Rough Riders. See, the Rough Riders is not just a label. It's a lot of dudes from the streets, from Yonkers, the Bronx, Harlem, Brooklyn. Like, you know what I mean? They was a conglomerate. They was a thing. State Property, while I wouldn't necessarily say that they was that because they was kind of a makeshift group. You had 7 people.
Slay, here's the thing. One thing about Wayno is that recently when watching his content, he's been explaining kind of like the history behind like why he thinks or why he understands, or just throwing out little tidbits, little knowledge points about what he views this as, for example. You know? He also talks about the work that he's done in the music industry as well. So I feel like in this moment, he's just simply talking about just take whatever you want to take as how you want to take it. If that kind of makes sense, you know? It's like feel what you want to feel, basically. You know? Let me back it up a little bit.
I mean, they was a conglomerate. They was a thing.
It's
State
valid.
Property,
it's valid.
while I wouldn't necessarily say that they was that because they was kind of a makeshift group. You had 7 people, and they all was from different parts of Philly. Chris and Neef was from the same area, but Neef was from the West as well. So they all coming with their own squads of people who feel like, oh, nah, I'm a ride. And we was moving around crazy. And I'm not saying that to like big myself up to make it seem like any tougher. No, that is not about that. We was moving like our lives depended on it because it was that serious for us.
I get
now,
that,
we wasn't complaining though. You know what I'm saying? When Styles P said it's about to be 3 dead dogs in the reservoir, Beans wasn't complaining about that. You know what he did? He rapped. He said Styles die on a holiday, Kiss die on a holiday, shots like first of the year when they block like the first of the month. You get shot from the front to the rear, got Glocks in the back of the trunk, got pumps on the back of the seat, young punks on the back of the street, AKs in their hand. That's how he chose to respond. He chose to respond with bars. He ain't respond with lawsuits. He ain't respond with defamations. You know what I'm saying? They was calling each other soft, ussy, all type. They was calling each other. All the stuff that they was saying in the streets, get your head knocked off. But I think the reason why it never got taken past that point is because as men, they all looked at each other from a certain standpoint, like. And I've been in some tense moments. There was a moment where Sunny, she has a show on the Food Network, I believe, but Sunny was a personality on Hot 97, and she did a show with the Locks and with Jadakiss. I mean the Locks and the Young Guns. But the Locks, they told us that night, like, yo, they about to leave, you know what I mean? Like, they leaving. And J Hood was there. All of them. J Hood was there. Styles wasn't there because he was locked up. Sheik was there. Now, look, Sheik, Styles, all of them, those my brothers. Kiss, I could call them and get so much game from them. I love my life when it comes to how I've handled it, when it comes to my relationships. But at that time, it was war. And even me being from Harlem, a lot of my homeboys was Rough Riders. They ran with them, was around them. put in work with them, all types of stuff. You feel me? So it was touchy for me as well. But ultimately, it was a different time. With that being said, I don't think that these battles today, I personally don't want to see another battle happen ever again, because people can't just keep it rap. It has to go to court. It has to go to defamation. It has to go to all of these things that's like taking, you know.
I'm not even gonna lie, that's a scary thought that he just brought up. Because we had the best rap battle in history, at the same time, it's also the worst rap battle in history because of the outcome. It's not that someone got shot or someone passed. It's that the lamest thing possible happened. It became a federal lawsuit. It's just gotten to a point where it's like, we the people already see what's going on. We've read through the files. We've either read through them or we've listened to them. We are wasting our time going through this. And the longer this goes on for, is the more likely we're really not going to get another battle at this level ever again. These young dudes are going to try to start a battle. It's just not going to work. It's not going to work. That was probably the last greatest hip-hop rap beef in all time. And I agree with him. I don't think we're going to get another one. And that's a scary thought. That is a scary thought for real.
Oh, you ruined me, or you're trying to ruin me. It's like, yo, bro, y'all both is trying to ruin each other. You can't just be mad because you lost the match. You know what I'm saying? But this is how I do it myself. For the ones that rock with me know how we doing. For the ones that don't, eventually you will. You have to. It's inevitable because we putting in that work.
Damn
Make
right.
sure
The
you
bar
like,
is
share, and
way too
subscribe.
high.
You know what I mean? Put this in your group chat. You feel me? Put this in your group chat. We got adult content going on over here. We only going to get stronger and get more consistent. So join the ride. Peace.
Hey, bro, we appreciate you, Wayno. It's been a while, but we back. You know what I'm saying? We back. Hey, I was thinking, though, because the anniversary for Euphoria is coming up. I know for a fact I'm going to go live. But I was thinking, just to mix it up a little bit, I might have some friends in here with me. I might have some friends in here in this room with me for that date. So if I'm correct, the 30th is when? I need to figure out when the 30th is. And I got to send out some messages just to kind of mix up the flavor. Because that's an important moment in time. And I think I'd want to share that moment with people that understood what happened. You know? I pray that the 30th is on a weekend. I pray, because if it's on a weekend, that's going to be good. It's going to be helpful. But if not, then I'm going to see what I can do. If I can't get nobody to pull up, that is fine too. But I definitely want to do something special for that moment. But just going back to the Baka response is just simply, and I've been saying this is the worst time to ever speak knowing what you have under your belt. Pause. That's all. Because it's a Wednesday. Damn. Damn. I gotta figure some things out for that then. But like I said, all I gotta say, and I was saying it yesterday, they need direction. They need a leader. I don't think that label, conglomerate, however you want to label it, they don't have leadership. There's a lot that it's lacking, but leadership is at the top of the list. Because if you guys had leadership, we would never have gotten that segment on that interview. And Baka should know. Baka should know. You don't need to answer the question. You never need to answer the question at all. You could have simply just said, look, I understand that you want to get into things with that, but you got to understand at the same time, there is a lawsuit happening, and anything that I could say in this moment right now could be damaging for what is happening in the long run. What he said is so damaging to what's going on with that lawsuit. I can't wait till they bring up his name. Go ahead. You want to go through the lyrics so bad. You're looking at the song to do it. Baka's got a weird case. Why is he around? Certified lover boy, certified PDFs. Bring up his name. Do it. Go ahead. Give the lawyers something to work for. It's not going to help. And like I said before, either way we put it, we're still wasting our time here. Toronto could be building. We could be rebuilding right now. But everybody's so focused on like, oh, Drake is doing it for the artist. Yeah, he's doing it for the little guy in Toronto because we definitely need help. Yeah. Bro, y'all are so clueless and your eyes are so closed. Y'all need to open up your eyes and look around. Y'all have the power to see for yourselves. It's not only that it doesn't look right, it just doesn't make sense. Period. Every part of this shit. But look, I feel like that's going to be the last time. I know there's other people that talked about this, but honestly speaking, I could care less. We're done here. We're finished with this. No more. You need to get some sleep, Tiny? Get some sleep, girl.